Week 6 of Deadlock Fight Night gives us some newcomers in NA as newly formed Llama Lords take on Yumi Panuki for a chance at the title. To be honest, I don't know what to say about this draft as we finally see Dynamo back in the mix. With a very quiet early game, the action starts to pop off around the 7-minute mark as Ido comes in on the Yamato to snowball the fight.
Continuing to push, and it's drawn attention from Llama Lords as well as they now start to push Yumi Panuki back towards their Guardian. And this is chaotic. And another player going down here for Yumi Panuki. Llama Lords getting the best of this one.
Naked zipline boosts into the fight to get a singularity off, only catching one, but allowing the Lords of Llamas to pick up 2 kills and a walker.
Comes into play. Here is the singularity now sucking them in. Is there any follow-up though for that? You need a follow-up of some kind. Abrams there with the seismic slam trying to escape. Yumi Panuki trying to fall back, able to throw some of these players back to try to slow them down.
Yumi Panuki get a good engage, getting 2 kills early on. But Ido wasn't dealt with as he comes in just doing Yamato things.
How they can possibly engage here, but Llama Lords, they're able to just like force their way in here, pushing into this team fight. Concussive combustion in the middle of it. Seismic slam comes down though from Yumi Panuki. They picked up 2 kills. They're actually ahead on the numbers. And Gray finally goes down on that Abrams, and the trades come through for Llama Lords, and it's all this damage. Ido flying around with Shadow Form, just decimating the front lines, the back lines, the mid lines, everything is gone thanks to Ido on the Yamato.
After getting a free rejuvenator, Llama Lords decide they want to end this game right here, right now, getting a chance at the title versus HYDRAS Nation to come back from, especially if you get a great pick, and that's going to be the swap coming through, forces Ido into his team, but Ido, he might be exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah, and there is the burrow coming in. That's going to slow everybody down. If they wanted to escape, it's going to be a lot harder to do now. Combo is still available. Although there comes the silence. And oh, the death slam is scary. Almost right into the base, into those towers. Combo comes in, just slapping away. And Llama Lords exercising their strength that they have earned with this massive soul lead, and it's just going to get worse because after the combo, you're going to get pulled into the singularity as well.
And Rundus will be up eventually, but with no ultimate, no chance. And Llama Lords will be up against HYDRAS Nation here in our money match of North American Deadlock Fight Night. As a note, going into the series, Rocker has decided to quit Deadlock as Vegas steps in on the roster to be a sub. It seems it's Dynamo Wednesday as we see him locked in once again. Llama Lords end up with a McGinnis and a Kelvin having double support. The Lords of the Llamas show they are not a pushover as they take a fight, coming out in a 3-for-1 exchange.
For Llama Lords, as the fight breaks out around the secret shop, around the mid-boss, oh my god, absolutely wild damage coming through here from the last stand, and that's going to annihilate these players. Are we able to escape though? That's the question. Llama Lords.
Quick opens up a fight with Singularity after seeing Naked use his wall, netting HYDRAS Nation 4 kills for 2.
And that Guardian is going down very, very quickly past the 10-minute mark. It's instantly deleted. And walking straight into a singularity. Not the best idea, but there's the frozen shelter. More trying to keep up the McGinnis, but Naked will eventually go down. And this is looking pretty bad right now for Llama Lords potentially, as HYDRAS Nation turn their full attention to these fights. It's rather even though on the numbers, so hard to say who's going to come out on top here. Nice pursuit from Hydration there, using the flask, continuing the pursuit, and barely just able to take down Rokane.
Getting an initial catch onto DMB, Llama Lords continue to push with the man advantage, getting 3 kills and a walker. The Singularity to quick up just yet. Storm Cloud, I mean, not really expecting to be a big part of this one, but concussive combustion is going to be non-existent.
Huge push here from Llama Lords, and the defense from HYDRAS Nation starts off with a paradoxical swap. Is it going to get anything? Young Cows are straight in there with the Abrams, the seismic slam, and it's going to be problematic here for HYDRAS Nation because they did once again not turn up with enough players to defend this.
After the last fight, the Llamas looked to turn it into a quick mid-boss. HYDRAS Nation, on the other hand, had something to say about it. So it looks like Llama Lords might be able to secure this one unless some mistake massively happens.
Oh, frozen shelter, concussive combustion. Oh my goodness, who's going to be able to take the rejuve here? It's very scary. This rejuve is everything, and it's going to go to Llama Lords. They lost 1 player, so did HYDRAS Nation. The numbers are pretty even in this fight at the moment. Everyone's turned up. Cloudform comes in from left, but that's going to do insane damage in these open spaces, forcing Llama Lords to have to escape. And I mean, 4 of them are down at this point. Obviously, they have the rejuve, and it looks like it might get worse. Rokane is caught, and there's nowhere to go.
Flick gets an early swap on Sizlucky, open up 3 kills and a mid-boss.
I think snowballs a fight in favor of the Dynamo. So quick paradoxical swap coming in, and there's the ethereal mode to try to prevent the pick from happening. There looks like they might be able to find a pick here, Jason. That would be huge if they can.
That would be good. There's going to be the size percent coming through. The Singularity's going to catch out 2 players, but the follow-up, where will it be? Will these players eventually die? Quig is wondering where his teammates are going to be. Gets locked in with the frozen shelter. Eventually, it's going to fall as well, as it's just going to be a 2-for-1 trade in favor of HYDRAS so far, as they're looking to regroup here and push yet again. And you got to be careful for Llama Lords. You had the lead before, but you cannot afford to lose it here. As it looks like both teams just going to back away. And yeah, mid-boss definitely going to be the eye. After trading 1-for-1 on the swap, Ida goes in deep to set his team up with an affliction. Unfortunately, he gets locked down in the back lines, and HYDRAS turn it into a win in the first map of the series.
We'll swap there to try to get that pick off. Oh, that's a nasty one to get. At the beginning of the fight, your support goes down. The source of your heals goes away. No frozen shelter. And that's a nice one to get. We'll see, though, if Llama Lords can mount any kind of a defense here. They lose Ido again as well, and it feels like it's about to go from bad to worse here now, Jason, as we get HYDRAS moving into the base. Still only 1 player down, and that rejuve is fully up, and they are just crushing everybody in the base. And it just seems like a formality at this point. Everyone in the pit, Cloud form there to basically dash anyone's host, but that's a knockdown. This knockdown's coming in handy. And Llama Lords trying to do what they can with what they have, but it is simply not enough. Patron is going to get focused down, and it is melting, and that is HYDRAS avoiding dropping a map.
Dynamo still maintains his 100% pick grid on the day, as Quig is forced on it yet again, with Llama Lords taking away Kelvin. The Llamas investing their first pick into pocket for Ido means they have a lot of faith on what he can do in this match. There was no shortage on early fights in this match, as HYDRAS looked to start off getting the first kill on Naked, but Llamas are pack animals as the rotation comes in and they turn it around.
Painful.
Bro, Quig! Oh, he almost allowed Naked to actually get away from that one. They eventually get the kill from that nonetheless, though, in lane 2, which is going to be a big one, as Ido's going to roam into this lane to look to help things out, but that's going to be Sizz Lucky coming in as well, looking for a swap here. Won't quite catch it onto the Mo and Krill by HYDRAS, but he's extremely low on HP, and he will fall. The Singularity's going to come in, but is there going to be any backup there to stop this one? Quig gets the kill onto Ido, looking for the chase onto 7, but Rokane's looking to escape, but can he escape Flick? Well, no, he can't do that, and that's going to be Flick rotating perfectly here to help clean up these kills. Quig gets the engage with Singularity onto Rokane, but Naked is there in time with the frozen shelter to keep him alive and turn the fight around.
There's a focus now on lane 2 here for this fight. Singularity is popped, and it catches 1, and is that going to be enough? There's the frozen shelter. It's kind of hard to read this scenario. It's running into a wall quick, trying to escape so desperately, but the follow-up is there.
It's not every day we see teams fight over the first urn, but here we are. Llama Lords take 4 kills for the 2 deaths.
3 for the time being, but in comes the fight as the urn is forced to be dropped here because Quig is desperately low, trying to escape, trying to survive. 200 HP. I don't know if that's possible. I mean, we've seen some daring escapes, but it won't happen. I don't think. In fact, no, never mind. The Quig is still up, actually, as I've said that. So Quig is just somehow an escape artist. 2 players going down, though, as Llama Lords continue to fight forward. Very nicely done. Even at the moment. Oh, the assassinate, just not quite enough damage, and staying out there is going to be fatal for Flick. And HYDRAS suddenly, Jason, they get kind of wiped.
Since the first urn didn't get turned in, both teams still committed to the fight as urn turned in take 2 Electric Boogaloo happens. But we can see both teams reinforcing lane 4 at the moment.
In comes HYDRAS. Very bold there. Getting himself in there, making his presence known. And this urn, I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. It's going to be forced down. Here comes the burrow from HYDRAS. Beautifully timed burrow, actually catching 2 players with that one. Trying to pursue here. HYDRAS is a huge presence, but his teammates are dying all around him. And there's not that much damage that's going to be left here. Llama Lords doing so very well. HYDRAS, though, still up, still killing people, but...
HYDRAS playing the macro game bait Llama Lords to the urn turn in, all the while pushing the lane 1 Walker and the lane 2 Guardian. A huge charge by Young Calc wasn't enough to win the fight that ensued, as HYDRAS take 4 kills for the 3 deaths. No, but that's not what HYDRAS care about right now. They're pushing the Walker in lane 1 because of this. As long as they don't lose their own Walkers, or at least lose them too heavily, it's not going to be that bad of a trade. Yes, they don't get the urn turn in, which we can see Llama Lords easy pick up right now and go for themselves. It wasn't the worst case scenario, but it might turn into it, as now they're going to lose the urn and they traded 1 Walker each.
Oh, here's a deny, here's a deny. No deny. Okay. And has to be dropped, though. Seismic Slam coming in for response. Charge into the fight. 3 players grabbed there. The melee comes in, but the Singularity in response is a fantastic way to answer back. There's so much damage raining in, but Llama Lords, they are dwindling in player numbers. HYDRAS have a lot more here to bear on this fight to reclaim the urn and to swing the value back into their favor.
How?
So The min-maxing there, Jason, it seems like it worked out. That concussive combustion was actually everything.
I don't understand how they turned this around. I mean, DMB wasn't even here. He was pushing lane 2. He got a Walker in lane 1 push, I think a Guardian and a Walker in lane 2 from all this. And Llama Lords don't win the fight. I mean, they have the earn turn in, but they drop it instead of look for Young Cal to... Moles can move just as quickly through the air as they do in the ground, as Hydration opens up with a magic carpet, Mo and Krill. But Idol channels his inner Hercules, taking down Hydra Nation.
They wanted to force it to a third map. They really need this team fight to go their way. It's actually potential skirmishes in multiple parts of this area, but it's all going down there, right down on the stairs, and Flick gets the opening kill onto Lord NM. So that's a big problem. Llama Lords need to disengage. Naked's very low. He's going to go down as well. Ido also low, and this is just a terrible, terrible scenario for Llama Lords, because if they lose more players, the mid boss is going to be there for Hydra Nation.
Looks like they're just winning the fight before it even begins with Quig of that singularity, and they're not even done just yet. Young Calc's gonna fall, and finally we do see Llama Lords able to respawn, taking down Quig and DMB, but you still have to worry about the Mole. The Mole man himself on 2k HP. The Burrow's gonna be coming through as it looks like it's gonna be a retreat. Flick will fall, and Llama Lords, they hold on. A rejuvened up Llama Lords get 3 quick kills with a swap from Sizlucky, pushing Hydra Nation to a map 3. Singularity up either out of Quig, which is gonna be a big point for them, but there's going to be the swap coming through. The Ethereal Shift trying to buy time for his teammates to get in here to help him out here, but now we know how squishy Flick is going to be. Constantagel is at least able to help him escape, and somehow they weren't able to pick up the kill off of him.
Oh, everybody's going to get hit by that concussive combustion. Aim's able to dash jump out of the way, though, and still the fight rages forwards. But still, numbers advantage here for Llama Lords as they continue the fight, and they are now able to isolate these players, so there's no way to respond there for Hydra Nation, and they're going to be bleeding out. This is a huge problem now, Jason. This is a huge problem. They do have Singularity, though, Jason.
Oh, I don't know how many caught on it. She only caught on a 1, only caught on a Warden, and they're trying to focus on the Patron. Now they have to go for the team fight here. Hydration's just trying to stall for as long as possible, trying to disarm as many people as he possibly can. But it looks like the Patron will be finished off here, and Llama Lords are going to take a map off of Hydra Nation and take it to a 3rd map. DDK, you called it. We're going to have a best of 3 go the full way in EU and in NA. Respecting Ido on the pocket, Hydra Nation take it away as Llama Lords continue to respawn with the Viscous Ban. After losing the first match in Fight Night history, Hydra Nation decided to take the gloves off with 2 early kills. Breakout, and speaking of that, a little bit of a catch here. Stoneform be used out of Lord to stay alive since Lucky has gone down. That was over in lane 2. And we'll see Lord fall in lane 3, so it goes from bad to worse here for Llama Lords. 1 minute later, we're treated to the same thing on repeat.
They're just trying to do damage here, these Hydra Nation players. Now we'll see what they're able to do. In fact, here comes the reinforcements. I feel like it was a little bit late.
After losing 3 players in lane 4, the Llamas try to push down the Guardian as Lefa shadow boxes his way behind them, turning things around. The shadow transformation has gone out, but it looks like Llama Lords might have been able to escape with the majority of their players, if not all their players, on lane 1. Okay,
Yeah,
there was 1 caught. There was 2 caught. Never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe overstaying their welcome slightly there.
We start to hit the stat check territory as Hydra Nation sport a 10k soul lead 11 minutes in. As well, and they do get it onto Naked. That's with the first kill coming through, and even the chase down here onto Ido. He's going to fall, and Hydra Nation going to get the 2 kills and probably the earn turn off the back of this, or maybe, just maybe, they even might go mid-boss. Realizing they need to do something to get back in the game, the Llamas tried to distract Hydra Nation away from the earn turn in. Some other lanes here to kind of pull off the pressure, but it might just lead to their early deaths.
It looks like that's correct, yes. That is correct. They are looking for the earn turn in. There's only 1 player there to stop them. It is going to be DMB on the Wraith. Is DMB actually going to try to do this? Might just be giving a kill to them here. I mean, it's a 3v1. I know you're pretty bummed, but...
With Hydra Nation looking to close out the game, Naked hits a huge singularity paired with Rokane's concussive combustion to keep their hopes alive. I mean, a very squishy, high damage dealing heroes available. The singularity is going to be used, catches out quite a few players, but will the damage be there off the back of that frozen shelter is going to be used as well. And they do pick up 2 quick kills, and that might have been enough to actually halt the push here out of Hydra Nation. But keep in mind, Rejuvenator's still going to be here. They're going to respawn in extremely quickly to push yet again if they want to. With a catch onto Quig paired with a huge singularity, the fight was looking good for the Lords. But Hydra Nation just survived, turning the fight around and defending their title once again here at the Deadlock Fight Night. Catching them being a little bit too aggressive here. Concussive combustion going to come in across the singularity as well, looking for the stun to lock them down. If they can pick up more kills off the back, this could be exactly what Llama Lords need. At DDK, it doesn't seem like they have the damage yet to shut down anyone else.
That's so unfortunate. What an ideal scenario. Singularity into concussive combustion. You want that to be a wipe on the enemy team, but instead it's going to be a wipe on Llama Lords here as we do see Lether just tearing into them. The shadow form is just so difficult to handle.
But I don't know, it might just cost them the game here. The patron is going to be pushed down here, and I think DDK, we're going to have HYDRAS defend once again.
Yeah, close call this week, but indeed, HYDRAS taking their 6th title in a row.